In this video, we're going to cover another simple activity that your students can do to help their typing skills develop, and it'll also help their social skills as well. So by this point in the course, your students should understand that by hovering over this dot in the top right corner, they'll be able to see their email address. And this email address is going to come in very handy right now because we're going to be sending what's called nice notes. And a nice note is simply an email that contains a compliment or two from someone in class. So we're going to go ahead and start real quick by clicking on the Google Apps, and we're going to use Sheets first and foremost. And we've been using our typing data. We typed in it one time. This isn't going to be so much typing data as it's going to be email address data, but this Google Sheet is going to be very good for storing some email addresses for us. So the first thing I like to do is set up the nice notes section, and I'm going to actually collapse the C column a little bit. I'm going to bring it all the way down, and then I'll click on the C, and then I'll fill this with some random colors. So I like to put pillars and separate the data. It also gives the students a way to customize their spreadsheet and make it not look so dull. So I'm going to select D1 and E1. I'm going to merge my cells, and I'm going to call this nice notes. And I want to, it's already centered, I guess. That's good. Oh, Control Z to undo something. So my nice notes is already centered. If it wasn't, you could just hit center right there. I wonder if my D is already centered, and my E, I like to center as well. I'm going to put right here name, and then over here we'll put address, and this is their email address. And the activity works with two people. So whoever they're sitting next to in class, what they're going to do is they're going to swap email addresses. So they'll hover over their dots right here, and they'll each enter their email address. So let's say if I was a student and my partner was Billy, and his address when he hovered over his dot was billyp@gmail.com, then I would write billyp@gmail.com. So now I have a record of my partner's email address, and they're going to use that to send an email. So we'll open up a new tab. You can click on Gmail. You can click on the Gmail icon here. And on most Chromebooks, at the bottom of the bar or on the side, you'll also see this Gmail icon. So we'll click on that. It'll open up our Gmail, and then we're going to hit Compose. And we're going to look at our friend's email address. So in this case, I can either hit Control C to copy it and Control V to paste, or I can just type it in. billyp@gmail.com, and the subject is going to be nice note. And then I'll just give Billy a compliment. So your shirt is cool, or something like that. You know what I mean? And then they'll hit send. And that's the email. He just sent a nice note. So some students will finish this very fast. Some students will take a little bit longer. If you have students sitting there wondering what they can do next, they can try to add the email addresses of everyone at their table and give them a nice note as well. I've done a few different variations on this. Instead of one compliment, I've had the students write 3 compliments, but that's probably more for later on in the school year when the students have more compliments they can give each other because they know each other a little bit better. So you can run with that idea, sending an email. Not a lot of kids know how to do it. This can also spark a very good discussion in your class about cyberbullying. You can inform the kids what it is and how to recognize it. So it's just a good all-around overall activity. You're using spreadsheets, you're typing, and you're giving compliments as well. So if a student's feeling sad that day, you can have everyone write them a compliment. And in my class, I typically tried to do this once or twice per week. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next video.